The primary element of life is not DNA, it's the movement of energy. It's energy that brings DNA into life. My mom is a nurse, and she would go tend to people, sometimes late at night, and some of them recovered almost miraculously, and some others just would never recover. They would get sick, get another infection, and then there were complications. I started to ask myself, why is that? How is it that some people have the inner capacity, the energy to heal? There's no gene that tells you what someone will get sick of and when they're going to get sick. We're all unique expressions of the same underlying movement of energy. And what moves our energy, what allows us to keep breathing, is nature. Mitochondria transforms the chemical energy into life, into consciousness. I don't think there's anything more important to understand than this. My name is Martin Picard. I am a father, I am a scientist, professor. Being a competitive cyclist taught me a lot about the experience of energy, how much energy it costs to win a race, and how much the mind actually has control over the energy of your body. And then some difficult life experiences taught me about another dimension of energy. This is what motivated me then to go into health sciences. I started in McGill in physiology, but after like a year or two, I was really disappointed. There was nothing about the human mind. So I knew the mind was important in regulating physiology, and there was nothing in the curriculum about that. So I started to look elsewhere, and then I ended up studying holistic medicine and learning to connect the emotional, the subjective experience, and then the experiential, energetic dimension of illness or dis-ease. I had a part-time clinical practice doing this for a few years while I was doing graduate school and studying mitochondrial science. And then at some point I was a visiting student in Newcastle in England, and I was cultivating cells in a dish, living cells, and I had just learned how to use this tool to make the mitochondria fluorescent. And then it was about 10 p.m. I was alone on the 4th floor of the medical school in Newcastle. I put the cells under the microscope, I turned off the lights, and then I looked down, could see the mitochondria right there under my eyes. It felt magical. It was like, this is it. This is what brings us to life. It's the flow of energy flowing through our mitochondria that allows me to feel and to be able to see. And that's been what my career is about. Initially starting my lab studying mitochondria, and then mitochondrial psychobiology and how the mind and the body connect through mitochondria. That's given rise to the science of healing. We need to have a new field of science, healing science, connected to the human experience, connected to what really matters to people. I've tried very hard to make this a transdisciplinary science. An energetic understanding of life brings a whole new set of possibilities. And that's what I'm moved to share with the world in this book, Energy. There's so much beauty, so much potential that we all hold in ourselves. That's what I'm moved now to do for the rest of my life with the Energy and Healing Institute. Developing healing science as a vehicle for really understanding the basis of health and developing new actionable ways to empower people, give tools to clinicians and to scientists to study health as a process, to create new technologies and new approaches to bring us closer to the truth. How can we, as a research community, set a foundation grounded in first principles, connected to what really matters to people, and then bring this into an instrument of change?